In the headlines, bandits abduct Catholic catechist in Taraba. Osun State Governor announces local council polls 3 months to end of his tenure. Flood destroys 350 houses in 3 communities in Sokoto. And on the foreign scene, last French troops leave Mali, ending 9-year deployment. Hello and welcome to Trust TV News Update. I am Nten Ekpang. Another news in full. We lead with the story that bandits have abducted a catechist attached to a St. Agnes Catholic Church, Gazo local government area of Taraba State. The bandits who invaded the church premises took him away after shooting sporadically into the air to scare people away. The Catholic Church authorities in the state said the abductors are yet to reach out to them. Recall that last week a priest was abducted and released when his family paid ransom to his abductors. The State Commissioner of Police said that his men are on the trail of Gaza local government area attackers. He made this known shortly after the swearing in of the newly promoted 15th Assistant Superintendent of Police ASPs. He explained that normalcy has returned to Gaza as police and other security agencies will not relent in their effort to rid the state of crime and criminality.
Attempt was made on the parish priest of St. Paul's Catholic Church Tella. He was not found, then his catechist was kidnapped. His family was involved in the negotiations and eventually he was released. And as we're about to put this in order, another attempt was made on the parish priest of St. Agnes Dinya. They didn't get him and they now went for his catechist. As I'm talking to you now, the catechist is in the hands of kidnappers. So many things happening within our diocese, within our state. The attack is becoming unbearable for us. The consequences of all these things are glaring on us. And therefore, we find it very, very difficult to put this in order.
That was at Gunduma in Gazo local government, where the bandits attacked the village. Normalcy has been restored for now. We have an outstation there. The OC of the outstation has briefed me that for now normalcy has been restored. However, we are not resting on our oars. We are still keeping our eagle eyes on other community and maintaining the rewarding synergy with other security agencies.
Gunmen have kidnapped the Commissioner of Information in Nasarawa State, Yakubu Muhammad Lawal. Lawal was said to have been abducted from his residence in Nasarawa Egon local government area of the state on Monday after sporadic shootings at night. Police Public Relations Officer in that state, DSP Rahman Nansel, confirmed the kidnap on Tuesday. Upon receipt of the information, Nansel said the Nasarawa State Police Command dispatched operatives to the area to rescue the commissioner. According to the PPRO, a search and rescue operation is ongoing by the combined team led by the area commander, Akwanga Area Command, Aliru Aliyu, to rescue the victim and arrest the perpetrators of the crime. And our scores of terrorists were feared killed and several others wounded after a tactical team of police officers repelled their attack on the Tawa and Barkia villages in Kerfi local government area of Katsina State. Now, during the fierce encounter with the terrorists, the police team successfully recovered 74 sheep, 34 goats, and 2 cows. The police command in the state had received a distress call that about 80 terrorists on motorbikes armed with sophisticated weapons had simultaneously attacked the 2 villages. Police spokesperson Gambo Isa in a statement said on receipt of the information, the command deployed his tactical teams to the area and engaged the hoodlums in a fierce gun duel. He said a team of policemen are still combing the area with a view to arresting the wounded terrorists and recover dead bodies. The police on Monday arrested a man in Lagos who had been accused of being a terrorist. A mob had descended on Sani Gafa 29 and were ready to lynch him when police officials intervened. According to a statement signed by police spokesperson Benjamin Hundeyin, the alleged suspect was said to have disguised as a woman carrying a bag containing items that could be dangerous, but the man claimed he is an electrician. Investigation is ongoing to ascertain his claim. While commending residents of Lagos for their vigilance, police spokesperson once again warned against any form of jungle justice, calling on people to report all suspicious persons or movements to security agencies. Away from security, the Osun State Independent Electoral Commission has fixed the 15th of October 2022 for local government elections in the state. Chairman of the commission, Segun Oladiton, disclosed this at a press conference in Osogbo, the state capital. Hamid Oyegbade completes that report.
The last local government election in Osun State was held in January 2018. It was conducted based on a parliamentary system of government. The main opposition party in the state, People's Democratic Party, kicked against the parliamentary system and insisted the presidential system. The Osun State House of Assembly later repealed the laws on local government elections in the state. The Assembly recently enacted the new Osun State Independent Electoral Commission Law 2022, which has been assented to by Governor Adegboyega Oyetola. The chairman of the Osun State Independent Electoral Commission, Segun Oladiton, on Monday said the state has returned to the presidential system of government, adding that the October 15, 2022 local government election in the state will be based on the presidential system. Oladiton, who said the coast is clear for the commission to conduct local government elections, informed that the commission has been making necessary contacts with relevant stakeholders and carrying out in-house preparations for the conduct of the elections. He assured that the election would be free, fair, and acceptable.
The personal integrity of the people who are conducting the elections are involved. And I can assure the people of Osun that I am going to follow the oath I have taken. And the oath I have taken is that I should conduct the election fair, free, transparent, and credible. And by the grace of God, we shall achieve that. Thank you so much.
Chairman of the New Nigeria's People's Party, Odeyemi Oluwatosin, said the commission had given adequate notice to political parties, adding that the NNPP will partake in the election.
I told my colleagues, I refer them back to letters we've received from OSEC before the COVID. If we have to look at it, OSEC has given us over 500 days notice. And the letter they sent to us then was not countered. So we are set to go in for the election. It is time to show our work at the grassroots level. If you cannot click from the top, we will get to know our work from the grassroots.
The chairman of Boots Party in the state, Adesoji Mashilo, also affirmed that his party is ready to participate in the elections.
I'm very more comfortable that we are going to return to the presidential system of government, which will give we politicians more opportunities to hold more offices. It will boost our economy too. So we are much comfortable, provided if the election is going to be free and fair election, and which I believe they will do.
Stakeholders have expressed optimism that the People's Democratic Party, PDP, will reclaim the presidency come 2023. They made a statement during the homecoming mega rally of the PDP presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar at the Mahmoud Ribadu Square in Yola. Correspondent Salis Lawan from Yola has that report.
It is the homecoming of former Nigeria's Vice President and now the presidential flag bearer of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar. Adamawa State Governor Ahmadu Umaru Fintri led party chieftains in Adamawa, government officials to welcome the Waziri Adamawa, his running mate Governor Ifeanyi Okowa, and other members of his entourage. Yola, the state capital, is looking colorful, painted with the PDP flags and campaign banners. They express his confidence in the person of Atiku Abubakar as one who can change the fortunes of Nigeria for good. Noting that the former vice president is the unifier this country will not afford to miss.
PDP in Adamawa today is a full squad and will ensure we deliver every elected position from the president to the House of Assembly.
The People's Democratic Party candidate Atiku Abubakar is delighted, saying if elected in 2023, he will ensure the country will regain its status in the Committee of Nations. Let me use this opportunity to reassure my resolve to you, my fellow Nigerians, and thank you more specifically, my party, for giving me this opportunity again to be the presidential candidate of our great party, the PDP. I thank you all. This is the fifth time the former vice president is aspiring to lead the country, having lost in 2007 and 2019 presidential elections. In 2011 and 2015, he failed to secure a party ticket to contest the election. From Yola, Silas Lowen, Trust TV News.
Ahead of the commencement of campaigns in September for the 2023 elections, spokesperson for the All Progressives Congress APC presidential campaign, Festus Keyamo, says the government has performed well to deserve re-election. However, Daniel Bwala of the People's Democratic Party presidential campaign team disagrees with him, saying the Buhari-led administration has failed to address basic issues of governance. The duo were guests on Trust TV political program Daily Politics.
What did we inherit? We inherited the Boko Haram problem. At that time we inherited it, they had taken over more than 14 local governments in the northeast and hoisted their flags. We inherited the farmers' herders crisis that had been on even before Obasanjo's time. Boko Haram has not been totally wiped out, but it has reduced significantly because we constructively engaged our neighbors, Chad, Benin Republic, and Niger Republic and Cameroon. He knew exactly how to encircle these people. And so we pushed them back. We reduced them to almost nothing.
A few days ago, Avash from World Bank said that Nigerian economy is heading towards the precipice unless we revamp our tax system, we take up fuel subsidy, and do certain regulatory changes. That is World Bank. You can now see today, there was a report that the inflation had risen to a 17-year-old all-time high, going into what percentage? I think about 19.64 as at July. The previous time, it was 18.60. So what it shows is that our economy is declining. If you look at the CPI, the indices are not good. Some of the people in PDP have given the excuse that the reason why there is high inflation and the cost of living is high in Nigeria, it is because it is either connected to COVID or it is connected to the Russian-Ukraine war. I did a research and I discovered that that isn't the truth. We are not importing food products from Ukraine or from Russia. And that what is happening even run contrary to the assertion by PDP that because they make the case that we are able to reach food sufficiency, what they call self-sufficiency. So if we have reached self-sufficiency, then what it means is that the food production that we have been able to generate should have been able to deal with the situation of inflation.
Ahead of the 2023 general elections, Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike has again met with the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi. Also at the meeting, which was held on Monday night at Wike's private residence in Port Harcourt, is the former governor of Ondo State, Olusegun Mimiko. It was gathered that the Rivers leader also met with ex-Cross River Governor Donald Duke, Benue State Governor Samuel Otom, Abia State Governor Okezie Ikpeazu, and Gombe State ex-Governor Ibrahim Dan Kwambo, among others. And as the 2023 general elections draw nearer, the need for Nigerian youth to throw their weight behind a candidate that will address the issues bedeviling the nation has continued to dominate discourse around the country. In this report, Adamu Imam from Bauchi spoke with some youths on issues that will likely determine who will get their support. The report.
According to the reports, the Nigerian youth occupy a significant percentage of the population, an advantage that can be leveraged on to decide the leadership of the country. But they are yet to harness this potential through the ballot. Mohammed Sani is one of the stakeholders who talked about issues the youth should consider before casting their votes for a particular candidate.
I can say a leader that doesn't look at the welfare of his people. People are suffering hunger, a lack of amenities, businesses and whatever. Is what makes Nigeria to be in this critical condition now. So injustice is a vast thing, which a little time will not permit me to mention all the problem that is under this injustice. But in brief, if our leaders will help our youth to put them through, inshallah, Nigeria will be a great country in the world.
He also lamented how some youths have become tools for politicians in Nigeria. Others say although youths have challenges, their contribution in politics cannot be unnoticed.
If you can now look the situation, we need an immediate aid, because there are so many things that we felt in our life that will give us an assistance to get an improvement.
While some elders are optimistic that the youth will make a great impact in the next general elections, Ado Dauda has a contrary view.
A lot of politicians have been deceiving our youth. They are not really helping matters. The kind of empowerment, that there's no any empowerment among the youth. So their impression, if they were able to get their leader, their credible leader, I think that is the reason why they are ready to go and vote for somebody that will help them and get engaged.
However, current political gatherings at different occasions in the country continue to point to the fact that whether good or bad, youth will swear the outcome of 2023 general elections. Adam Imam, Trust TV News, Bauchi.
The Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, is scheduled to meet with federal government representatives on Tuesday over its prolonged strike action. President of ASU, Professor Emmanuel Oshodeke, said the meeting is to discuss one of 7 issues ASU is protesting over. He also said if the meeting goes well, the strike action may be called off. Flood has destroyed no fewer than 350 houses and food items in 3 communities in Tangaza local government area of Sokoto State. Spokesman for the State Emergency Management Agency, Abubakar Gani, who confirmed the development, said several people were rendered homeless in the area. He said the incident occurred over the weekend, adding that the villages affected include Shia, Ajia, Marcus, and Runji. Special advisor to Governor Aminu Tambuwal, who heads the agency's Zubairu Magaji, appealed for timely provision of relief materials to the victims of the disaster so that they could have a new lease of life. You're watching the news update coming to you live from Trust TV. Coming up after the break, how banditry affects poultry farming. Do you stay with us?
Now which kind wire you gonna need to light up your light? Oh man, the quality wire. Now which kind cable you gonna need to light up your house? Oh man, the quality cable. Coleman quality. Coleman wire. Coleman durable. Coleman cable. Coleman tank. Coleman cable for any kind of project. Come and be the come and see, come and see. Come and be the Coleman won't light up your light. Come and be the come and see. Come and be the COLEMAN. Quality, quality.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, you're watching the news update on Trust Television. A recap of our major stories. Bandits abduct Catholic catechist in Taraba. And Osun State Governor announces Osun Local Council elections 3 months to the end of his tenure. Moving on now, Nasarawa State wing of the Nigerian Labour Congress NLC has debunked a viral report which alleged that the state government is owing workers salary and wages of between 6 months and more. The state NLC chairman Yusuf Iyahu debunked the alleged non-payment of salaries and wages for civil servants by a survey organization, Subnational Salary Bureau. At a media party said the workers in the state are not even aware of any survey conducted on civil servants by any organizations in the state. He explained that since the inception of the current administration, workers, including retirees, have never been owed salary for any month.
We, the leadership of the Nigeria Labour Congress, Nasarawa State, who are the representatives of the workers in the state, hereby debunk, condemn, and describe the report as false, a fallacy, malicious, concocted, and baseless. I wish to state here that since the inception of this administration of Engineer Abdullahi A. Sule, both state and local government workers, including retirees, have never been in arrears, even for a month, of their wages.
Many farming communities and traders in Katsina State have been forced out of business. Some of these residents belong to the set of people who were forced to abandon their businesses after they had used their capital to pay ransom to secure the release of their loved ones. Abdullahi Amadi met some poultry farmers in Katsina State and tells us how they cope with insecurity.
Besides providing meat and eggs to the people, poultry farming is a major employer of labor not only in Katsina State but in Nigeria as a whole. But the industry is one of the most endangered businesses grossly affected by activities of terrorists. These farms are among hundreds that remained closed for the past 3 years in Katsina State.
Those with the alternative, definitely they have switched to that business that they have as a second, as a alternative to poultry production. So that's the only way that we can survive. My own farm now is closed. So I put my staff on half salary. So I'm the one that pay them even though they are not working, in order for them to survive.
Over 40% of poultry farmers here have either been forced to abandon their farms for fear of attacks or have sold out their products for the payment of ransom. Similarly, thousands of workers in various poultry farms have lost their jobs, with many looking impoverished, tired and exhausted.
My business has been devastated. I can recall how in one night I lost 81 cows, 161 sheep and goats, as well as over 500 chickens and some camels to terrorists. Now I don't have anything except God. The burden on me is too much. There's little or nothing to take care of the education of my children and other basic needs.
France has said that its final troops have left Mali, completing a withdrawal that ends a 9-year operation in the country at the center of the Sahel region's spiraling security crisis. In a statement, the French army said on Monday it had met the major military logistic challenge of the pullout in an orderly and safe fashion. The withdrawal comes amid tension relations between Paris and Bamako, which has increasingly turned to Russia to respond to armed groups linked to ISIS and Al-Qaeda, who have expanded their reach while jockeying for control in the country's sprawling central region. President Muhammadu Buhari has congratulated the President-elect of Kenya, William Ruto, on his victory in the just concluded election. In a statement signed by spokesperson Femi Adesina, the President commended the people of Kenya for the peaceful and transparent outcome of the elections, which once again demonstrates that the democratic process, values and principles remain the best way for the people to select their leaders and hold them accountable. And in sports, Great Britain's Eilish McLaughlin took women's 10,000 meter silver at the European Championships as Turkey's Yasmin Khan claimed a superb win in Munich. McLaughlin, 31, won her first major title as she triumphed in the event at the Commonwealth Games 12 days ago. Having also finished second in the 5,000 meters at Birmingham 2022, the Scot earned another silver as she ran clear of Israel's Lona Chemtai Salpeter. And with our sports story, we conclude news update this hour. For more, do connect with us on all our social media platforms. I am Nten Ekpang. Many thanks for watching.